Hello and welcome, my fair delvers. Thank you for joining us for the third session of the Facite Stories from Parasande. I am your humble hostess, Mistress Winter. You can find me on all socials at gmistresswinter. Anywhere. All right. So let's go ahead and introduce our wonderful players, and then we will jump into tonight's session. Let's go ahead and start with Abby.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby Marie Carter. I play Aheerah. You can find me on Instagram at Abby_Marie_.
Thank you, Abby. And Corey.
Yeah, hi, I'm Corey. I play Zara, and you can find me on Twitter, lovedays_. That's LOV, by the way, and I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. And Joey.
I'm Joey. I play Delphinium, or Finn, and I can be found on TikTok at Prince Perry Pastille. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I run the Okayest DM YouTube channel, and tonight I am playing Archibald Petrichor, or Archie.
Yes. And we're definitely glad to have you tonight. I know you were feeling a little under the weather, but thank you for sticking with us. And
All
Joe.
good.
Hi, I'm Joe. I am playing Sorana, the Oracle, tonight, and you can find me on most socials at Mary Happy too.
Awesome. Well, I absolutely love our Delve team. We're only 3 sessions into this, and it's already becoming an amazing story. We will be on a 2-week break through the holidays, so we will be coming back, I believe, the 9th of January. So keep an eye out so that you can pick up right where you left off. We do now have videos on demand available on our YouTube page. Just look for The Facite. That's Facite on YouTube, and I will post a link later at some point to that YouTube channel. But until then, let's go ahead and get into our third session of The Facite. And welcome back. So, last time on The Facite, our delvers cleared out their first dig site from the other delve team that had beat them there, explored and discovered several Algip, the name given to Giptee halfling people frozen in ice. On their search for the music box, they found a small family, and the youngest of which was holding the music box. They have retrieved it, found that it is in some disrepair, and left to rest for the evening. However, their rest was brief, as a shadowy figure rose or cast shadows into some of the Algip and caused them to become shambling zombies, which our party had to fend off. Which they did successfully. And now are left wondering what menace, what malice lurks in the ice, waiting for them. And that is where we left off. The rest of the evening, assuming you wish to stay at camp, goes undisturbed, allowing you all to rest and recover from your short battle. And after a good long while, you all feel rested and ready to pursue your next course of action. It is kind of hard to tell what time of day it is, considering you're underground. But that can always be determined with a good survival check.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see who can tell time. Let's go.
Who has a really good internal clock?
Hold on. What was it again? It was survival. Okay, that is
that bodes well.
23.
Yes.
22.
You both have
11.
wonderful internal clocks. And okay, it was about 3 bells in the afternoon when you left. It's close to 3 bells in the morning.
Great. Okay.
Archie is going to stoke the fire and check on the music box and the books and all the rest of the things that we were attempting to thaw out.
Okay. The papers and books have become softer. Most of the perceptible outer layer of ice has melted away. But there's still patches of it, especially between the pages. Some of the pages won't come apart or are still extremely brittle. So it might take a little more work to get them completely thawed.
Well, I think we should probably keep searching around here for a little bit more. We already found what we were looking for within, what, 2 hours of being here? I bet they were expecting us to take much longer than that. So I don't have an issue with checking out the rest of this cavern.
I mean, I'm surprised they probably didn't think we were going to survive either. Which, yeah, by the way, I thought I mentioned this. I see things, not like, you know, I see things like a normal person. I'm a seer.
Really?
I'm an oracle. I see the future.
Is that why you had that dream and were able to warn us of the shadowed Algip coming to, I don't know, try to kill us?
Yeah. That's why. So, I can't just figure out what people's futures are. I get these visions. It's not. I'm not a wizard. You know, I don't know. I can't just come up with something and just be like, pff, you know, it just happens. So yeah, I figured that would be a nice segue into explaining why I knew that was going to happen. So there you go.
Well, it's very helpful that you can do that, I guess. It warned us of the owl gips.
If this is the first time I've been outside of my own home, above ground, down ground. I've never left my house, home, cave, and I've never had visions outside of it. So this is very interesting, and that was new for me. So just a learning experience. Yeah.
This is my first time outside my home, too, if it makes you feel any better.
Oh, really?
Like
Wait.
to imagine Zara's popping up behind somebody and goes, "Yep, same."
Archie, does this technically count as like the first time we're in your home?
Well, I wasn't actually from this town. I was just here.
There's multiple towns?
The Giptee was a vast empire that spanned the entire continent. Yes, there was more than one town.
What if they don't have the answers I need here and they're somewhere else and I have to dig somewhere else to find all of these answers? It's going to be really difficult. It's fine.
Let's just hope whatever you're looking for was actually frozen. Because obviously the snowfields, this glacier doesn't cover the entire continent, just a portion of it.
That's fair.
Your dream seems like a warning, but sometimes warnings mean you're digging up the truth. As hard as it is.
You don't feel like we were digging up anything. I feel like they dug themselves up, you know? It always has to do with fire, which weirds me out. But, like, if I see anything else, I'll tell you guys. Just wanted you to know.
Would be useful. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
what are we
Finn, just to clarify, Finn, you have left your place of learning before now, right?
Very far. I mean, most of my living has been done through books. So, danger, active danger, no. I mean, field trips, but this is new.
Thank you for your candor. But anyway.
Oh my god. What are we doing? What are we doing next then, huh? What are we
Let's go exploring.
It's
Zara's just like
we are
looking
agreed
around.
that we're agreed that we're staying here for a bit at least. Where nobody got too spooked by whatever that shadow is. I personally am more curious now than before.
well,
Friends with it.
I wouldn't recommend that. But I mean, we brought a ton of rope that we didn't really need. And we got a ton of rations that we also didn't really need because we were expecting this to be a lot more difficult than it was. And we spent a lot of money.
We could survive down here for at least a week without needing any extra food.
They would come searching for us by then.
We need that long, but what we should do is figure out, you know, who are we dealing with? What is this music box? Maybe try to get that sorted.
And for
Getting
that,
things
we'll
thawed
just
would
have
be a
to
good
wait.
Good idea.
Oh. I just had a thought. So everybody we saw last night, except for that little child and the guy that was the weapons specialist, came back, right? So should we do anything about him and his daughter just in case for the next night? Like, we don't know how often this thing is coming back. I don't want to have to kill someone that's already alive still. I also don't want to have to kill his daughter. You know, that's just not cool. What do we...
I mean, we could go with the idea I had the other day about possibly, or yesterday, about bringing down some ice or something to kind of block that door. It's not the nicest option, but it's an option.
I like the idea of blocking them in, but I don't like the idea of collapsing something to do it. But I think it would take a while, but there's plenty of other stuff here we could use to barricade it.
I think I randomly
Isn't
have
his
a hand.
daughter? Isn't his daughter already dead? So if we killed her, we wouldn't really be killing her. She's already dead.
It's like I'd be
Or
killing
am I
one of
not
my little
understanding?
siblings. I just... it's a child. I can't... Whether or not they were alive at any point, it's like I'm killing one of my siblings. It's scary.
Shaded or not, I'm not gonna do it.
We're not supposed to, and this brings up a whole host of questions. Do I cross out what I wrote down on the map? We can't... we're not...
Oh god, that's accurate.
You could always lose it. You could always lose the map.
Or it could get caught on fire accidentally.
Maybe not fire.
That's not in the rules. There's a clause for whoopsie daisies, isn't there?
I don't know, you have the book.
Doesn't say I can't destroy the map, just have a warrant, don't destroy Algip. Mark hazards.
We
Was
broke
there a
that
marker
rule.
for raised undead from an ancient civilization? There's no symbol for that, is there?
I doubt it.
Do the others know?
I have no idea. I had not heard of this happening before.
Maybe we keep my personal notes, but the map gets destroyed. And maybe somebody will
hidden.
help us.
I say for now we keep the map and lie. Say we did lose it. Which, if no one else is comfortable with, I'll take care of. I can do the
No,
lie.
I just had to look at my deception. I'm okay with that. Double check to
Comfortable
make
with
sure.
lying, am I? Oh, I
I'm
am
good at
too.
this.
Oh, we've got a whole
So-
cavern to explore.
Well, what should we do about the books if they're thawing? Should we go that far if we're gonna leave them here? Should we pack them up? What are we thinking?
We can leave them to thaw.
Okay. Looking at the books, since they're getting softer, how many hours do I, like, can I roll to see how many hours done?
Sorry, you cut out there for a moment.
Right. So, looking at the book, and they're getting soft and everything, how many, by looking at it, if I roll, can I see how long I think it's going to be before they're done? Like, exploration time, or are we going to have all the time in the world? Books are still going to be thawing when we get back.
I'll probably need another crafting check.
Okay.
So you can reposition them and get them to the best place where they'll thaw quicker.
Oh, no. That's a 4.
Do you want to hear?
You pick up one of the books and attempt to reposition it so that like the pages are open to the fire and stuff like that, and several of them shatter when it kind of slips. Not all of it.
Oh, okay.
But
Let's just leave them as they are. It's okay if it takes a little longer.
She's just gonna walk away very quietly under her breath, just be like, no!
No, it's okay. It's okay. We still got plenty more books. Really, all we need them for is figuring out what the box does.
What if that was the one that knew what the box was, and the one that you dropped earlier? What if, right?
Then I'll share half the blame.
Pat you on the back. Just trying to be like, it's okay. This happens.
I don't like it.
There.
Well, let's go find some more things we might not like. Archie picks up a torch.
Fine. I can see in the dark. She's just gonna start walking.
okay. Well, I will go ahead and bring up the battle map just so you can do your exploration.
Oh, yeah. There we are.
There you are.
Where shall we go?
Okay, where have we explored
So
first?
we came in up here.
Okay.
This is where the house is.
Okay.
This is where our campsite is. And this is another hallway to get to where we were.
Okay.
So I think up here? Because we came in this way.
Wait, where were you pinging? Okay.
Past the black. Yeah, up here I think is where we haven't gone.
Okay.
Unless I
Past
am
black,
incorrect,
yes.
anyone feel free to say something that I do not know.
I think that's right.
Oh, wait. There's a little... Oh, that's the other side of the house, isn't it? Oh, no!
Where?
Guys, you gotta come over to the... Over here.
I don't think I have a torch anymore.
Just follow, Archie. We haven't been here. Have we? Am I crazy? We have.
We have.
This door right here.
Oh, we went
that's
there.
where We saw one Algip.
Right.
And that one down that way is where the family was. We could just continue on. I'll follow you.
There was a... Up higher. There was a whole pathway we didn't take. It looks like it leads off past the bridge where we were. But we can keep going this way.
We figure out the issue of the family first. Just to be safe.
We could. You want to start helping me move rocks?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Archer's going to try to find any rubble he can and just start stacking it in the door frame.
Okay.
Here.
It doesn't take too long. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just said Aheerah will also help.
Okay. Between the party members, it probably takes not even 10 minutes to haul enough of the large chunks of stone and ice to block the doorway.
All right, last one. I feel good about that.
Now if we hear a giant explosion of ice, we know where it comes from.
Fair point. All right, I don't want to go first.
I don't want to go first.
I can go first. Am I going the right way
follow
though?
Zara around?
You can
the edge of
absolutely
the
head
map?
that way.
Yeah, I don't know where we're
Zara.
deciding
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Zara.
You do? Perception check there. Oh Lord. It's a 9. I have a +4 to perception, y'all.
Oh boy.
Oh darn. Oh boy. Actually, I do need everybody's exploration activities.
Ooh, that's true.
So, as a reminder for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, there we go. There are multiple modes in gameplay for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You have exploration, you have encounter, and downtime. For exploration, there are multiple activities that your character can continuously be doing, such as casting a spell that is recastable, such as Detect Magic, which is also its own separate activity. You can also be searching, investigating, which is more lore-based. You could be following the expert, if there's somebody in your party you want to follow their example, like stealthing or something like that. You also have scouting, where the person is going ahead and looking out for hazards and enemies up ahead. To name a few.
Now that the rest of the party knows that Archie is an Augip himself and was alive when this town was hustling and bustling, I would like to investigate and try to figure out exactly where in the town we are. Like from a perspective of like which residential district is this or something.
Sure.
And what direction is everything else?
Okay. What lores do you have again?
I have Underworld and Snowfields Black Market.
I'm going to say either Underworld or Society.
Underworld it is.
Very well.
13. But everybody else is doing stuff too.
You didn't spend a lot of time in this particular area, so it does look a little foreign. However, you know it by the wealthiness of it that still kind of lingers in the architecture, the roofing, all of it, that it is definitely one of the wealthier districts. The Lenorm district is where you'd guess you're at. No, nice estates, for the time. All right. Who else or what else is everybody doing?
I would like to search for signs of my memory because we're not really searching for anything in particular. So I'd like to do that.
Okay. And if I can remember people's names, Finn. What activity are you taking?
Oh, I'm gonna search as well, just in general.
And Zara?
I think maybe scouting.
Scouting?
Just trying to see kind of what's up ahead, trying to look out for the group.
Yeah, looking for threats and yeah, absolutely. And Sarana?
I think I'm gonna investigate.
Investigate. Okay. All right. For the searches, you both will identify a glittering vein of metal in that far corner. It is a silvery blue. And Finn, as you've studied a little bit of geology and read up on rare metals, this is rime steel. It is a metal unique to the snowfields. Has some magical property to it, innate, that keeps it cold. So there's always a bit of frost on the blade if it were made into a sword, for instance.
Okay.
And Aheerah, you know of it because your Mei had a dagger made of it.
Can I get over to it?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think anybody's gonna stop you.
Yeah, Alright, I'd like to go over to it and, investigate it further and probably grab it, honestly.
Well, as
Try and
it's
see exactly what it is.
as it's embedded in the rock of the wall, you'll need to either mine it out yourself or hire somebody to mine it. You can stake a kind of a claim on it, but obviously if you need labor to get it out, yeah, you'll have to pay for that. But
Then I'll just go over and look.
sorry, what was that?
I'll just go over. Not really of interest. I thought maybe it might have been her dagger, but it's not.
Sorry, I lost most of that.
I will walk over to it and then walk away again once I realize it's just some of the steel in the wall.
Okay. Sounds good.
Be able to. I mean, I have a hammer. It's just nothing special. It's not like a pickaxe. Probably can't do much.
You have a gnomish hammer, correct?
Yes.
I believe the other half does have a pick on it. Like the other side of the head has a pick on it.
Can or should I try?
That will take a crafting check, or I don't think. Yeah, we don't have professions in this one that I don't remember. Either crafting or lore mining.
I have crafting.
All right.
16.
Okay. You get a hand-sized chunk of it safely out, but if you want the greater portion of this vein, it's probably going to take a couple hours at least.
Take a note, and I'll probably show the chunk of ore to Aheerah. Just, I saw you looking at this. Can you use this?
No, but my Maymay does. She has like a dagger made out of it. I thought maybe it might be there. It's not.
Okay. We should hold on to it, just in case.
Okay.
All right. So where are you all headed from there?
Aheerah, did you say your Maymay had a dagger made of this stuff?
I did.
I've heard this is only found in this general area. Has she been down here multiple times, do you think?
I don't know. She's never left me alone before, so definitely not as long as she's had me, which really hasn't been very long. But I don't know.
Wait. So she's never left you alone before, and then she left you without a word on to where she was going, and you have no idea why.
Before. Well, she did before she left. The night before she left, she did. She was yelling at the moon.
Yelling at the moon.
Or that's what she said. I woke up and I heard voices, and then, well, I went to go see what it was, and she was kind of glaring out the window, and I asked her what was going on, and she told me that she was mad at the moon because it was too bright. So I guess she was yelling at the moon.
But the sun was fine. The sun wasn't too bright.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to gather all the clues that we can to help you find her.
Yeah.
GM, other than the legend that it was what was the avatar's name? Cephalerine.
Yes.
She's the avatar of peace, snow, life, and growth. Is she also avatar of the moon?
No, she is not.
Is the avatar of the moon someone else?
Yes.
Who?
It is often related to the avatar of dreams, Mira.
Okay. And none of the legends that I know off the top of my head have her in it. Okay. I get the sense that your Maymay is an extremely powerful individual if she came down here by herself, which it sounds like she did.
in our town, she helps people a lot, and people don't mess with her because they know that if they do, she could like mess with them back. And she spends a lot of time helping people and healing people. So say yeah, she's pretty powerful, and she's been teaching me a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if she's ever been here before. I guess I don't. Well, I guess I do know now that she's been here before because of the map people, but I don't really know. I just know that she's gone. And Aheerah will start fiddling with a necklace she is wearing, just kind of nervously fiddling with the necklace that she's wearing that seems to emit some type of light.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. Can I roll a religion check on this whole scenario of howling at the moon, more or less, saying it's too bright, and this weird necklace that she's wearing? Like, I don't know what to do other than religion. Like,
I legit don't know what's going on.
Roll vibe checks.
I want to roll a vibe check.
Vibe
please.
check. No. Yeah, it doesn't have to seem to have any religious implications at this time, without further context.
Okay.
Thinking something similar, like with the map, with the, I don't want to say holy symbol, but with the avatar. I don't know if we'd be able to connect any dots from that.
Are you gonna pull that out? Or
Do I have it? I think you have it.
I think
Aheerah
has it, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe
should I? Oh.
That is up to you.
Aheerah's probably not going to do that on her own. So,
I'm wondering if Finn can draw a connect.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. There's just been no connection. She doesn't know what's going on.
So Finn has the idea.
If she would be able to draw some sort of connection between Cephalarine and Maymay.
So, are you going to suggest that she bring out the map?
Yeah, I'll just ask.
Okay.
Aheerah, you said that she left a map behind. Can I look at it?
Oh, yeah, sure. And she'll get into her pack and open it up. And she'll probably just hold it out to you.
Okay. Zara, you will immediately recognize the symbol stamped right over the facet on the map as the symbol that your new friend had on her wrist.
Oh. That's Zara's just like, she pulls out like a little like kind of like really shoddy like notepad that is basically just random tidbits of information that she's collected. Cephalarine, I think it is. Yeah, that's that symbol. That's kind of interesting. I don't.
Finn,
and I'm just gonna
go ahead.
Kind of prop on my sword and just kind of look at Finn.
Okay. Finn, what kind of investigative abilities do you have? I admit that I'm not as familiar with the investigator, but...
Neither am I. I've got...
Right.
On the case, or pursue a lead. I can spend 1 minute examining the details of one potential clue. Designated subject related to the clue. A creature, item, or small location. I guess I could pursue a lead.
Yeah, why not?
+1 to a perception or skill check. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to roll for it?
Yep. Whenever you attempt a perception... Oh, okay. For instance, finding a footprint that is enough to investigate left it. Whenever you attempt a perception or skill check to investigate a designated subject, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to the check.
So I rolled religion earlier, but I'm sure that doesn't apply right now.
Clue in. Okay. What lores do you have again?
Library and academia.
Library. Give me a library check. With the +1 circumstance bonus.
Oh, no, that's not broke. On 4.
Bro, no.
Okay. 17.
Okay. So Fellerine doesn't play into this story directly. However, you remember reading when you were in your literature, prose and poetry years. You remember a children's story about something about the lonely doll maker who performed a great task for the avatar of dreams and was rewarded by one of her dolls being brought to life. It was many, many, many years ago, so you don't remember the exact lines of the story, but that was the gist that you remember.
And then with that, I guess that makes whatever the map is related to one of my cases.
Okay. That will be one of your cases.
I'm gonna hand the map back and... This reminds me of something, but I'm not sure. We'll keep that on the back burner, thank you.
You're welcome. I should put the pretty unfazed.
All right. Well, this corner of the caves has been thoroughly explored. Where would you like to go next?
Go back the other way that I had mentioned, over that stone bridge. I can roll myself up there. All the way up. Because we came in from the left, and this is the right.
door rests in that wall there.
Is it open?
It's a little stuck, but a few good shoulders to it pops it open, and it looks to be another dwelling.
Is there any Algip in here?
There are.
Oh no!
Good vibes only, y'all.
2 sitting at a table. 1 shaded. 1 bright.
Archie?
Yeah, I see him. What else is in the room?
You have furniture, pre-scorched couch and coffee table, a bed that was obviously shared, fireplace.
Someone check the fireplace.
I got it. The hearth is the most important part!
All right, I'll just roll some. Ooh.
I'll come with Sarana. Just
You are shorter than me, so I guess you really could, like, you know.
I'll like stand on the bed and peer over your shoulder.
I was gonna say you could crawl up it if you had to, but like that also works.
That's plan B. Is just...
On the table between the 2 Algips is a ring.
For a hot second, I thought you were going to say music box.
Nope. Confuse you. Yes. Which music box is it? No, I'm not that torturous a person. No, it is a ring with what looks to be a crude tourmaline in it.
I'll take a hammer and a single piton out of my climbing kit and use it as like a hammer and chisel to like unchip the ring off the table.
All right. You pop it free and break off some of the remaining ice. And you now have yourself a tourmaline ring.
Aheerah, you can detect magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting anything from this?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it. Do I?
Nope, no magic.
Sorry, I don't sense anything. Just a normal ring, I think.
Well, do you want it?
Oh, you got it. Keep it, that.
With its
I'm
very
sorry, I don't think it.
small diameter, it probably only fit on a halfling or person of similar height and build.
So it's just not gonna fit me, that's it.
Probably not Aheerah either, but maybe
Zara,
Pinky.
Do you want
maybe
a ring?
It's a pinky ring.
It's a pinky ring?
And it only fits on like the very tip.
Right,
Yeah, just the first knuckle.
It's a knuckle. It's a knuckle.
Oh god. Yeah, will the ring fit me?
No.
It's like Cinderella
Your-
in this place.
Your
like,
finger's a bit thick.
Who will the frozen ring fit?
me?
Well, it's not going to turn you into a prince or princess or prince X.
Aw.
So, sorry.
Rat.
Not a rat, Joey. No. No rats. Rat rings. Give me flashbacks.
I'd like to imagine we're just passing this down the line, so I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off to Finn.
I think I fit. I feel wrong taking it, and tourmaline's not that expensive. Did you know that?
Well, I do now.
I did.
Don't
keep
feel
it?
bad. Go ahead. You can keep it.
Okay.
At least it's okay with me. It's not like it was my loot to find.
Speaking of finding things, do I find anything in the fireplace?
No, you do not.
Dang it!
Shrinks down.
The one house in town.
That doesn't
without
hide
a
their
hidden
stuff
compartment
in
the
the
fireplace.
heart.
The other ones had very important things in the hearth. Hearth was the most important thing. Nope, not this one.
Not this one, it's just the table.
You know what? You find a loose stone that had already been pulled away. It's obviously where they hid the ring. There you go. They just didn't have a chance to hide it.
Fair,
I
I
loved
guess.
They were inspecting it like weekly when this happened. Oh,
The weekly cleaning, you know.
yeah.
All right. What do we put down in the report about these two, indicating the light Augip and the bright Augip and the shaded? Because if we report any Augip here, especially a bright one, they're gonna come investigate and they're going to find the researcher, the weapon designer.
I don't suppose we get in trouble if we, well, we're gonna... This is a hard question.
I'm sorry, usually when I ask questions I have a suggestion. Not this time.
Maybe we just don't tell them. Maybe it's better that way.
What do you think, Zara?
I mean, there's nothing that says we can't destroy our map or like our notes that we're marking down for them. Maybe we accidentally lose it. It accidentally goes into the fire. You can still mark it down now. That way you're in the clear, Finn. But oh no, we accidentally lose it. I'm very good with the walking around rules thing. It's very simple. You just have to know the rules to a T. Potential option.
I
I
like
mean-
it.
It says when you report immediately. It doesn't really sound like a suggestion, so probably gonna have to lie.
I can do that. Not that they would ask me. That I could do that. Like, I'm not gonna be a snitch.
But if we have to report our findings, do you think they'll logically come around to we went that way and
Only if we show them the ring. But then they would also notice the ring is gone. So, yeah.
and the rhyme steel and the books.
We could always give them some half truth. Say, oh, we found this ring. It was frozen. We found this steel. Oh no.
But this place was all boarded up when we got here.
Yeah.
The other team
will
testify
board it.
against us?
Yeah, but they didn't have a warrant, so they don't have any grounds, right?
We would
I
most
think-
definitely have more sway in court.
Is there a court? Do we go to court? Do we get arrested?
Why do we get
Well,
arrested?
I don't know if there's going to be a court, but more sway with whoever's going to dish out punishments. I like the idea of pinning the blockade on the group that was here earlier. Then we can just report everything except the things that were behind the blockade.
Aheerah, you, having been from the snowfields, you know that the local law enforcement are called the Oath Keepers. They're kind of like sheriffs and deputies who patrol the snowfields and try to keep the peace. They don't have, yeah, they don't have bilateral like ability to judge and execute, but they do work with a lot of autonomy.
In my experience, the Oath Keepers would be the ones who would hold us accountable. But I think if we just don't talk about anything past the blockade, pin the blockade on the other group, then maybe they'll leave us alone. They don't really, I mean, they kind of uphold the law, but then they kind of don't. They kind of do what they think is best. So if we're not causing trouble, I don't think we'll get in trouble with them.
We could just provide them a really vague and poor set of notes.
I can start taking notes for us.
I would say I have terrible handwriting, but I have great handwriting.
I don't have very good handwriting.
Just goes so much deeper than we thought. There should be somebody. Can we trust anyone?
Each other. Archie's gonna go look at the books that we're trying to thaw, see if he can glean any information from them.
Okay. The ink has smudged and faded over the millennia. You can make out bits and pieces and chunks of text. Nothing completely comprehensive. How long do you want to commit to sitting down with these?
I'll pull out some food and sit there for like an hour.
Okay. Give me a society check, please.
If I
11.
join him, can I help?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would I need to do? Would I just need to roll
Yeah,
society?
go ahead and roll society for me.
a 7.
Serana is just very clumsy with these things, not offering any help.
Looks like a 7. That's what that letter looks like. It looks like a 7.
Do you even speak Halfling?
No.
Maybe I
just want it to be helpful. I'm not gonna touch him anymore. I give up.
I'm gonna start pulling Serana away, and I'll grab Aheerah too, and I'll pull out my little notebook and pass a sheet of paper to all of us so we can start taking like really crappy notes.
Conflicting notes, yeah. All right. Okay then. I'm gonna pull this hood back. It's really bothering me. Finn, you said you were gonna join in with the books.
I'll help since I can kind of read it.
Okay.
Maybe. Society?
Yep.
Okay.
Or a library.
They're the same.
All right.
12.
The chunks of passages you get are on old community relations, the negotiations that the Giptee were famous for. They look to be some treaties on Giptee diplomatic power. There is one text, though, that stands out. And you don't get a lot from it, as many of the pages have shattered or are unreadable. But it is emblazoned, the front embossed, or branded almost, with a sigil of a phoenix. This particular text speaks, again, in the chunks that you can read, of the tactics of elemental fire creatures and the followers of the Phoenix Avatar.
Carefully hand that one to Archie.
Archie reads through it slowly, trying to decipher whatever's there. And as he does, his brow becomes more and more furrowed. I think this would be safe to let fall into the hands of historians. It appears to be some sort of amalgamation of the tactics and weaknesses of the army that destroyed my people. The rest of this stuff, though, just is... I think this is all safe. None of this is his research. This is a synopsis of what the war was like for us. Scrambling to make alliances against the Phoenix Avatar. Descriptions of how to survive. We can report this. I think that would be all right.
Good idea. I don't suppose the forbidden knowledge would be out.
I
Plus
don't
they
think
could
I've ever
never-
felt relieved and disappointed at the same time.
They could never pinpoint that we got it from that house. It could have just been from anyone's. If it's just general knowledge. Right?
This wasn't general knowledge, but it definitely would at least be found from a house somewhere in this district. I mean, these are the rich people. They're the ones that actually cared about diplomacy and not food and survival. How's the music box?
Who has the music box?
I think we were thawing it.
We were.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not allowed to touch it.
Archie and I have half of the broken
Key, yeah.
Right.
The music box is, at least the outer shell of it, is well thawed. There's no ice. The wood base under the bottom feels a little soggy. Soft with water.
Ben, you said that this is broken, but fixable. Is that right?
Oh, yes, and she'll carefully try to pick it up and tip it. See that empty space?
Yeah.
That little cog should be here. It won't turn.
So it just needs one replacement part, as far as you can tell?
As far as I know.
I still think it's dangerous to follow through with what we were hired for. I'm less suspicious that this is something nasty. I mean, the books that were in his apartment were just normal. What you would expect to find in the room of a high-end diplomat or whatever. None of it was research. Serana?
Thank you. Yes. I have an idea. What if we give them part of what they wanted and we keep the other half?
You mean like break it?
But the key goes to it, right? Can't function without the key. So we keep the key.
I mean, yeah, but somebody could probably...
Or we break the music box in half and keep half of it, and the other part we can't use without the key, or we keep the key and only give them half the key. I don't know. I feel like we could keep part of it and still give them what they want. And then be able to be away from it. And, you know, I don't know.
Based on my experience with locks in the past, would it be difficult to recreate this key or pick the lock to make the music box work, assuming it was functional?
You could... I mean, it's a simple wind-up key. So it would be very easy to pick.
Unfortunately, the actual locking mechanism is not complicated. Like, I could probably make another key like this with enough time and materials.
Bad suggestion?
That's all of the suggestions right now.
Granted, we don't know what we're dealing with, and these could be very dangerous people. But if we prove successful, would they hire us again?
That's an excellent point.
I mean, at least two of us need to... We have certain things that we're looking for, and... Can't exactly go exploring. We don't have someone to give us money to go exploring.
And the rest of you have other reasons to be down here other than stopping a weapon from reaching the surface.
I'm just trying to see the world, so...
Do I believe her? Them?
I don't know. Do you want to vibe check me?
I want a vibe check.
Okay.
Vibe check.
No, do you?
That would be a society.
Nine.
Seems legit.
All right.
I'm just trying to see the world.
I was happy to be here, bruh.
Just happy to be here, dude. No, but I would say, like, if you're looking at Zara, like, just leaning on their sword. Just looking at you. Taking everything in.
I do want to get hired again. I want to explore more of this place. I think that this Sir Frost guy, if he can hire someone like Simon to go do his bidding, he's relatively powerful and he's going to get his hands on the music box anyway.
Yeah. Didn't he say something about, like, if we didn't do what we said we were gonna do, he has the ability to, like, deal with it? Also known as probably, like, hurting us real bad?
He essentially said, steal from him and you'll die.
I mean,
The
stealing is really
music, the music box was in the hands of whatever his name's daughter, right?
The child was
So
reading
it-
it.
Unlikely that it's a weapon if he was giving it to his daughter. I would think. I don't know.
What if? What if he sent us down there and he didn't really want the music box? He just wanted to know if the guy was alive or not.
It's a good theory.
And where did he get his information about the music box in the first place?
This is all very complicated.
I
And we
know.
don't have enough information.
What? Okay. Are
I
we sure
mean-
this guy is, like, super bad? The guy that's
No.
frozen.
Oh, no, as far as I know, he was... War is complicated, all right? You could argue that there are no good people. He was doing what he could to save his kin.
How long does it take to thaw somebody out?
Several weeks minimum. And after that, it's about a year or two of rehabilitation.
That gives us plenty of time. If we tell them everything and we get hired again, that gives us plenty of time to get back to him before something could happen. There's no way they could bring him back and he would be instantly okay, right? Like, we have time if they found out.
We've delayed the information getting to Sir Frost as much as we can without breaking our contract.
We could also potentially try to open the music box ourselves.
But it's broken.
But I mean, we could maybe find, I mean, I'll start like turning out my pockets, just seeing if there's anything we could maybe like use.
Just happens to have a cog exactly the right size.
I mean, I don't know. Zara doesn't know how this works. She's just like, yeah, maybe there's something.
I have soap. We could probably whittle that into a pocket.
I like that idea.
I guess the only thing that could happen right now is if they can fix that box. If it's not a tune, but if it is verbal information. But if they can't thaw him,
Then you're the closest thing we have to an expert on this. Could we fix it ourselves here?
gonna likely. Unless I could roll a check for that, or
You can give me a crafting check.
otherwise common sense says no, but 16?
It would be extremely difficult, but given the right resources, you might be able to glean something from it. But it would take another hour or two of work at least.
I'll relay that information.
I mean, worth a shot? I don't know if
I
we
wanna know
really
what it
have
says.
anything to lose.
Is there anything in our contract saying we have to bring it back intact? What?
Well,
What are the terms and conditions?
He said we had to bring it back, that's it, right?
That he did.
Loopholes, my friends. Loopholes.
If you know the rules, you can just walk around them.
Let's do it. And then we go up there.
Yeah.
As soon as this is done, we go up there.
All right, Finn, what do you need?
Thing we can try to fit into the shape, because even if we can open it, it won't play. So if we can find something this shape.
Archie
we
will
need
grab
this
one
out?
of some of the climbing equipment and start to chip away at the ice wall and try to get a chip about the right size and then craft that into the right shape.
Okay. So how we're going to handle this is it's going to essentially going to be a ritual in a way. So in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, rituals are complicated spells. Essentially, you have a primary spellcaster, which one of you will be the primary crafter. And then each of the secondaries will also make a check. And their successful checks will add to the primary check. So, however many of you want to aid in finding something that might help Finn put this thing back together, we will just need a successful check from all of you. And this is going to be primarily crafting.
Okay.
So if you don't have crafting, then I will allow nature or survival.
I can do survival.
I can do crafting. So
Aheerah would be really on the fence and tell the entire party, I don't know if I should help. I keep missing everything. But I'm pretty good at crafting, usually with needles, so.
That's right, you do have a giant needle.
Well, I don't just have the giant needle. I have small. I sew,
Huh.
but I keep messing everything up.
I also keep breaking everything that I touch, but I'm pretty good at some things. So
We're
I
not going to
guess I
make you
can
do
tell.
anything that you're not comfortable doing. But we could really use your help.
I guess I can give it a try.
I'll give you a little thumbs up.
Can I make an argument for perception or something along those lines? Because right now we have 2 parts of a broken key. I want to see if I can find something else that could replace the key, since it's like a simple turning mechanism. Like another key that just happens to be the right size.
How about thievery?
I like that idea.
I will give
Would
you
I
thievery.
be able to help Archie with that? Just because I feel like I have probably had some. I know my way around keys. I feel like
Okay.
I probably, even if I'm just like, even if it's just another set of eyes, maybe.
Sure. All right, so we have Zara and Archie doing thievery. Aheerah, crafting, and Sarana.
I am just survival. If I can make you said something about a survival check to assist.
Yes.
I can do that.
All right, so I'm going to set the DC fairly high for the primary, and all of your checks will help increase that. So, to that end, let's go ahead and make your rolls, and we'll see what Archie gets. Or, excuse me, Finn gets.
9.
Sarana.
Nat 20, baby.
All right.
Plus 5.
Oh,
All right.
What's
I
a
thought-
5?
I thought we were already supposed to roll.
No, what?
Now I'm scared to roll again.
Well, what did you get?
I got a 19 plus 5 for a 24.
That's
I think it's my first
amazing.
good roll of the
Yeah.
campaign.
beautiful,
Yay,
beautiful.
Abby!
Yeah. All right. So we've got a crit on one end. We've got, you said a 24?
Yes.
So not quite a crit, but definitely a success. Zara? I'm guessing you said 17. You kind of.
Yes, 17.
Okay. And Archie.
14.
Okay. So, unfortunately, Archie, you're the only one who didn't quite pass the check, but Zara helped you out there. So, all in all, you're getting a +4, Finn, to your check. On top of your crafting check.
13.
What's that?
Team.
13, because 2 + 7 + 4.
Oh.
All the king's horses and all the king's men. Couldn't put this music box back together again, unfortunately.
No.
Music box.
It was beautiful. Seeing this whole teamwork dynamic, but unfortunately, just can't find the right part to get it to play. You like remove the bottom, you see that the intricate, oddly complex for its time gears are twisted and broken, and between the 5 of you find pieces to get it to work, to try and get it to work, but they don't quite fit together, and the mechanisms keep jamming.
Well,
We didn't break it.
Oh, I will remind that you do have hero points.
oh.
So I will,
Whoa.
if you want to use one, you can re-roll your...
Since I got a 2, I think I should.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that those are a thing.
I'm good. I cannot get any better
Please.
than what I did. So
I don't know if I really want to.
How many do I have?
Have you used any yet?
No.
Okay, so you have 2.
Please? Please? Please,
Everybody
better than
blow.
2?
Blow on the dice.
Come on.
Ooh, okay. 17 + 7 + 4?
Yeah?
28?
Wow.
Yeah, heck yeah.
17's better than 2.
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
At first, you... the key that Zara and Archie put together, when you turn it, everything just clunks and clicks and nothing moves. And for a moment, disappointment just kind of washes over the group, as it did. But then, Finn, you notice a small sliver of metal that's jamming up the works, and you wrench it free, and it begins to turn. You see this little cylinder made of bronze or copper or something to that effect, and it begins to turn. You see the little spokes hitting the tongs. And it sounds like this. Well, hopefully everybody can... I don't know if everybody can hear it. I'll have to... I'll have to send it to you. I'm sure you're not getting it.
oh my god.
There you go.
They've never been more like, ah.
The stream is getting it.
Yeah, the stream's getting it. You're not.
Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay.
Where's what?
It's in the Discord chat.
I'm afraid if I go over and try to listen to it, I'm gonna like my internet will not hold up. So I'm just gonna leave it.
Interesting. It could either be a red herring or it could be something very important. I don't know.
Why not both?
Are any of us musically? None of us are bards, but like, do any of us know anything?
No.
Well,
I'm half elated and half disappointed.
that's the entirety of this exploration.
We still haven't learned anything.
Well, we did learn something
mystery,
about you.
mystery.
We learned that you're
haven't
from
learned
here.
anything.
Yeah, that we learned that. That was a thing that happened.
I haven't really learned anything that I wanted to, because my whole goal is to find my Maymay, and that has been not happening so far. But made friends with all of y'all, which has been nice. I'd like that.
Wait, off chance, long shot. Aheerah, you don't recognize this tune, do you? This isn't
No.
something that your Maymay ever sang you to sleep with, or...
GM, do I haven't. Player me hasn't heard the song because I'm afraid my internet will not let me. But would Aheerah know it? Would I? I don't know.
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay.
What?
You don't know the words. Your Maymay never used the words. Just hummed the tune. But it's called... But when you asked what it was called... it was called the Castle of Glass.
So I'll ask her, can you play it one more time? And then when it's played again, yeah, actually, it's a pretty song that she would hum for me sometimes to help me sleep, or when we were working, and it's called the Castle of Glass. It's real pretty. I wonder how she knew it.
What's a song that your Maymay knew and sang to you doing inside a 30,000-year-old music box?
I don't know.
How old is she?
I don't know. I haven't been with her very long. I'm not really supposed to tell people that, but I haven't. So I don't really know how old she is, or where she came from, or how long she's been around, or anything like that.
She a witch?
Something like that. I mean, she does know magic.
Did she take you? Or did she make you?
She made me. Well, I think she made me. Every time I ask her, she says, I named you. And I think that's sort of the same thing. I've only been with her a few years, and before that, I'm not really supposed to tell anyone, but I trust you, all of you, so I think it'd be okay if I tell you. She made me. I'm not like others. I'm not quite alive. Not in the sense that I think any of you are, but maybe I should just show you. And I'll pull down like the collar of my hood of my shirt to show some stitching around my neck, essentially. And so there's that, and it's all over my body, and he made me, and I'm not supposed to tell anyone because people don't like that. They think it's weird. But,
I think it's awesome.
It's so cool. Eyes are just wide.
Same with Archie.
Questions.
So she is a witch. She brought you to life. It's a feminine. We're in a thing. Okay, this is a lot less scary than I thought it was. Okay, so you're not like me. That's fine. That's not bad. We had a lot of similarities. It's fine. But
The doll maker.
The doll maker?
Story of the Lonely Doll Maker. That's why that was so familiar. And she'll, the information that I gained from that library check, I tell you. The doll came alive.
Go ahead and give me another one of those checks. Give me a library check again.
Okay.
With the +1.
Secrets are unraveling so fast.
They are. We're only 3 sessions in.
21.
Ooh. You remember the text just kind of like appears before your eyes as you remember it. Sherlock style. The story of the lonely doll maker. Delalore loved making dolls. Each of her creations was a product of her love and care. Their delicately painted features, their gentle and sturdy stitching. She sealed the finish on each one with an affectionate kiss and embrace. They were her children, for she had none of flesh and blood. Delalore sent her children out into the world by gifting them to the town's children. The smiles and thanks she received brought her happiness and pride, though none of it filled her heart. Delalore longed desperately for a child of her own. The Avatar of Fate had never seen it fit to bless her with a companion or lover. And even as Della reached her elder years, a spark of hope remained that one day she would find a family. Every night she went to sleep with the wish on her lips. Mira, the Avatar of Dreams, heard Della's nightly prayer and came to the woman saying, "Your skills with needle and thread are unmatched. But talent alone does not a wish reality make. Complete a grave task for me, and I shall make your dream come true." "What quest must I undertake?" Delalore asked, that spark of hope rising unto a storm. "A seam that holds this world together has come undone. The inky void beyond threatens to spill forth and unmake all things. Stitch it in time, and you will have earned your wish." Thus, Delalore gathered her kit, kissed her remaining doll goodbye, and ventured out to close the breach. The battle with the shadow cost her much, but Delalore triumphed and returned to her cottage. Mira returned that night, saying, "You have accomplished a great feat. In return, I shall grant your heart's desire." Mira called life into Della's last doll, and in a flash of light, the doll became a young girl. Mira turned to Delalore, saying, "Her spark of life, her soul, will only be made whole when you speak her name. So Delalore went to the girl and whispered the name into her ear. And the girl, now whole, embraced the doll maker, and they lived happily ever after.
That's you.
Question for the GM.
Sure.
How much of this is like completely new information to Aheerah? Because as far as she's aware, she was made completely by Nathan. So what about
In that
how much
case,
of this is new?
all of this is foreign to you.
And there's no name given in the story.
There's not.
Oh, so that's you. Wow, that's interesting.
No, I don't think so. It's like my Maymay made me.
Yeah.
Totally.
She made a doll.
You have a needle?
Gave you life.
But not like the story. That's not me. How old is this story?
I don't know.
Flips back to the copyright year.
Right?
Yeah, let me just
Ben, when did you first hear this story?
I'm gonna say she likely does not remember.
Has it been years? Like more than 5 years?
Oh, I've been in academia for decades. It's really hard to say how long ago. Gosh, when did I study literature? Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
I've only been with my Maymay for 5 years. So it's just a coincidence, I think. The story can't be me or my Maymay. It's just maybe I need to find her.
Maybe it was a prophecy or something.
Or maybe it wasn't you, but it was your Maymay.
What would that mean?
You're not the only one?
You have siblings?
Congrats.
Can't be
Bigger
right.
family.
I have so many siblings I don't know most of their names, so fine.
No, it's just me and my Maymay. That's it. There's no one else.
This might be a bit too much. I mean, I have several theories of my own. That's one part of me that didn't get left behind in the ice. I can find the connections and things that I'm not supposed to. I think, Aheerah, if you need to take a break, we can start making our way out. I think we got all we needed to here.
What I need is to find my Maymay.
So
And
that
now
can
we
be...
have even more reason to help you.
Mhm.
Because you trusted us.
I wasn't supposed to do that. She might get mad at me when she finds out.
Well, if she loves you, she'll understand. That's how family works, right?
You don't have to worry about it right now. We still have to find her. So I would try not to stress about it. And I'll sort of clap you on the back, but then sort of like grab your shoulder just to kind of like be like, It's okay. Yeah. Definitely. I'm gonna like try to stand on something. I keep forgetting how much shorter I am. I never play short characters. It's weird.
It's a whole new perspective.
Aheerah is clearly upset and struggling, but she doesn't know what to do with any of this information, so she'll just agree with what is being said.
All right. So are you going to head back?
Think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while we're heading back, Archie is going to try to distract Aheerah with conversation about, I don't know, sewing or something. He doesn't know anything.
It's so pure.
Because it's Archie, Aheerah will engage, and at some point during the conversation, she'll even say, "You know, you remind me of Mommy. People think that because she's a little grouchy and a little grumpy that she's not very nice, but she is really nice, and she loves me. And you're kind of like that. You're a little grumpy, but you're really nice."
Who said I'm grumpy?
You just did, right there.
Somebody asked me for
All
one
right.
word to describe you. Grumpy.
Oh, I guess the ice didn't change as much as I'd hoped it did.
You head back through the same tunnels that brought you to this dig site, swinging back over the pit, and emerge from the east dugout. The morning, or late morning, really, by now. The late morning sun is beaming down through the open fissure above you. And the light falls over the Delver's Nest as you take the platform.
Simon's supposed to be
Sarana.
here, right? What?
Sarana, you seem a bit more relaxed than last time we were on this thing.
I was really trying not to think about the height of this whole situation, but thank you for reminding me. And she just...
Don't look down.
It was fine. Everything was fine. Then you had to mention how high up we were. It's fine. Simon's in there, right?
He said he would be.
I'm not talking. Someone else has to talk. I'm scared.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll pull you away from the edge. Grab your hand. Come on.
Just a giant baby. It's fine.
All right. You can see your tokens and everything, right?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Win it.
So where's your first stop? Are you headed in to see Simon? Or is there elsewhere you would like to explore?
Above the table, there were a couple things that we needed to do upon our return, not just go back to Simon. I think one of them had to do with the map maker?
I don't remember this much, so...
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Mayhaps?
And Aheerah wouldn't know either.
Algip, hazards, and log recovered valuables.
Right. I want to say we do that with the quartermaster. Ilnama. The grumpy gnome.
Yeah.
Let's,
Ilnama is the quartermaster. Yep.
Let's turn in our notes first.
Which notes are we turning in?
That's an excellent question.
And I'll pull out mine.
Aheerah will pull out hers as well, which looks like a small child wrote it.
I think we'll keep Finn's notes for ourselves. We just need to check off the box of we gave notes back. We don't want too much information getting out too quickly.
Do you think we could consult the collector?
I don't see why not. All right. Let's hide your notes somewhere, Finn. Has anybody got a nice big pack to bury it in?
I do not have a bag of holding, but I have a backpack.
I could put it with my sewing.
There.
I like it.
Here you go.
And she'll take out kind of this little tin full of sewing supplies and a sampler that she clearly just like works on all the time. And she'll put the notes in, put it back in the desk.
Okay. Collector, Finn, do you want to take the lead?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's get you all up to the collector then.
Ba-ba.
So you take the winding staircase up to the second level and find the collector's office on the first door on the left after you turn right.
Tiny office.
Yep.
You mean it's just the right size?
For you.
Oh, I get by. It's Definium, wasn't it?
Yes.
You have returned. I'm glad nothing untoward kept you from returning.
We have a myriad of notes. Some items.
Oh, if you care to share, I shall log and record, as that is my purpose.
I'll set down the tourmaline ring.
Ooh. He peers it over. A fine example of early Giptee music or jewelry. Fine piece. They didn't quite have the refining techniques that we have today. That's why the rock is not as carved out. But a good piece, you might be able to get a few good coin for it. I don't know that it'll be of any historical value. What else?
You have the...
Hmm?
You found some text as well.
Oh, that is my forte. Let me see.
So whatever we didn't break, the book with the phoenix.
Oh, be careful. Those look
carefully taking out books.
Extremely delicate.
They are.
And he'll pick up a wand out of one of the drawers and gently tap each of the books as it comes, and the cover and the remaining pages seem to become more fortified, some of the rips and tears mending over, and the paper strengthening so it's not so flimsy. That'll do, for now anyway. Oh, I cannot wait to peruse these. Were you able to glean anything?
Information on the war and diplomacy.
That legendary Giptee diplomacy and negotiation skills. It's what made them the empire that they were. Of course, you would know that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
I apologize, I can't remember everyone's names. As much as I read, I remember names and dates, and I can never remember living names.
Archie's just gonna stand there in like awkward silence.
Was there anything else?
I have a question.
Sure, young lady.
Do you know much about literature that has to pertain with avatars?
Oh, I mainly deal in non-fiction and historical texts. If you're speaking of fiction, prose, and poetry, that is something that I have not indulged in. But find yourself a good a bard worth their salt. I'm sure you'll hear stories aplenty.
I'm just trying to figure out how old the story is. That's all.
I'm afraid I won't be much help there.
Thank you.
Anything else? This is great work, young Finn. You're already making a name for yourself as an agent. I don't have anything for you at this time, so if you need to rest from your travels, please do. In fact, my stomach is growling a little bit. I might go just pop down to the mead hall myself.
Thank you. That's a good idea. Thank you so much.
All right. If there is no further business, where are you headed next?
Did Zara have something?
I was going to ask as like the collector is kind of leaving, I'm gonna ask, would you maybe know anybody who might deal with that sort of thing? It was frozen.
Deal with what kind of thing?
Dealing with when fiction was published, maybe.
Oh,
any colleagues?
well, none that reside around here. Perhaps if you can catch one of the many minstrels that frequent the mead hall, then perhaps they might be able to help.
Curious if we had anybody on the academic side of things, but if they're not here, they're not here.
I can send a missive to some colleagues, but it will take a good amount of time for it to get there and back.
Do you want to try?
Sure. I suppose it is the least I could do for the treasure trove of lore that you have laid upon my desk. And what was this story that you were looking for?
The story of the doll maker.
The story of the doll maker.
Lonely doll maker.
Lonely doll maker.
Low.
He will pull out a piece of paper and begin penning a letter on it. I will endeavor to get this to the roost so that they may fly it out. And I will come see me at the end of the week, and I should have an answer for you.
Thank you.
So let's go see Simon.
Were we supposed to turn in markers or something?
To the map maker.
Alright. Well, let's do that quickly, and then to Simon.
Okay. The cartographer is on the first floor at the north end of the platform. And the halfling regards you as you enter. Yeah, what can I do for you? What do you need?
We've returned. We have some new markers.
Oh, good. Let me see. And then she'll take it out and lay it out and Oh, what does this say? And she'll point to like the spot with one of the homes that you
Oh, that's just I don't know, more for our benefit, so that we can remember the home in particular we found there.
Give me a deception roll, if you will.
Absolutely. $24.
Okay. Well, everybody's got their own note-taking system. Very well. And you found by this Algips?
We found a few.
Oh, you did. You did.
And
oh.
And I will indicate where I'll skip the ones that we blockaded off.
Okay.
But I will indicate the two people that were sitting around the ring that we found, and I will indicate the first one that we found. Or the first two that we found. One was at the entryway, one was in the first building.
And were any of them bright?
Yes, one of them was. One of the ones sitting next to the ring.
Oh, good. We will have to send a recovery team to collect. All right. I'll put that down for this afternoon. Very good. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
The ice.
Oh,
The old.
yes, I've got your hazard marked on your map. Got it. Well, thank you very much. Next time you need use of the maps, or if you need a guide, you know where you'd find me.
Does the cartographer take the map?
No. Because it was one that she had hastily drawn for you,
Right.
she just, she has kind of a master map that she marks instead.
While I'm in this room, I want to take a glance over that master map and see if there's anything fishy, like I think you might know what I'm talking about, what I'm looking for.
Yes,
And see if
I think
there's
so.
any dig sites around that area.
Give me a perception roll.
Natural one for 5.
The map seems to be in pieces, and it's hard to identify what areas belong where. She seems to have a system, so she's quickly like thumbing through maps, and you don't see anything that jumps out at you.
Okay.
All right. Now to Simon.
Let's do it.
Very good. So you head around the platform back to the mead hall, entering through the double doors that swing easily open, allowing a constant flow of traffic as needed.
How about some food first? I'm starving.
I suppose we should eat. It's about that time, isn't it?
Yep.
If everyone else is hungry, I should probably eat too.
The
I
five
don't
of
really feel hungry.
Oh, sorry. The 5 of you can find places around the long tables, around the central roast. The bread and vegetables and meat are all up for grabs, as well as tankards of cheap ale. And you sit there and enjoy a meal. And as you're munching on bread or tearing off a piece of meat, it's hard not to notice the small goblin in the corner who is orating the heck out of her voice. telling an epic tale, attempting to compete with the din of conversation from the Delvers and others.
That's a bard, minstrel, person, creature. Should I ask them if maybe they know the story and when it was written?
Yes.
Not yet. Yes, but not yet. Let's
not
not
right this second.
interrupt the performance.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't do that.
That's understandable. Oh, wait. And I'm gonna watch the goblin man. Just waiting for them to finish.
She goes on this long, epic tale of, fighting dragons and knights and otherwise. And eventually, after you've long since finished your meals, she concludes the story and takes a little bit of bow. Some of the patrons who'd actually been listening do give a little, clap. And will toss a coin or two at her on their way by and out.
Okay, you can go now.
As soon as she finishes, I'll get up and walk over to her. And just, excuse me?
Yes, hi.
Hi. I noticed that you're a bard? Minstrel? I don't know what the right term is. You tell stories.
I do. I am a fabulous storyteller, if I do say so myself.
You sounded like it.
Well, thank you.
I was wondering, of course, I was wondering if there was a specific story you might know of and you might know about when it could have been published or something.
I can certainly try. What is the story?
It's called The Story of the Lonely Dollmaker. Have you heard it?
Oh.
And you'll see her reach up and clasp a pendant around her neck. It is a music note surrounded by, like a swirling 3-bar measure.
Oh, I know that story very well. Would you like me to recite it for you?
Not right now, although I'm sure it would be lovely. Do you know about when it might have been published, or maybe when you first heard it?
Oh, that story's been around a long time. I would say about 50 years.
50 years?
Oh, yes. Long before I went to college.
I have another question, and this might sound a little outlandish. But is there any truth to that story, would you say?
Well, I think there's a little truth in all stories. As for whether or not you have a living doll, well, who would know best than the doll herself?
What do you mean by that?
Just saying that there aren't many puppets come to life.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that? Sorry, I don't know that I'm understanding you entirely.
I am being very cryptic. I am sorry. I just, words come in a song to me. They flutter through my ears, and she touches her long, like, bat-like ears. Sadly, the song is dimmed here. There's something keeping that song from speaking loudly enough that I can hear it properly. But I do know that you're... What do you call her? May May. Has sent you here for a purpose.
Do you know who I am? You know my May?
Oh, I personally do not, but my matron does.
Who's your matron? May I talk to her? I'm trying to find my May.
I mean, Sonnet. Sonnet is my matron. Gives me my voice and my words in order to tell these stories.
I don't understand. I'm very confused. You, and then she'll like lean in and whisper like, do you know what I am?
I have been told that the daughter of Dalalore would cross paths with me.
Is that my May's name? Dalalore?
Did she never tell you? Oh, that is tragic.
No, she's never told me.
Oh, that old hag. And I mean that in the friendliest term.
What's your name? Would you... I feel like... You know me better than anyone besides my May, and I'm looking for her and really lost at what to do.
My name is Kimberly.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Aheerah.
And I am a storyteller and songsmith of Sonnet, the avatar of music and the spoken word. And Sonnet is daughter to Mira, your very benefactor.
Right, that's what the story says. But the story's been around a long, long time, and I have not been around a long, long time.
Are you sure?
I think so. Thank you so much for talking with me. I think I'm gonna go and join my friends, but are you gonna be around? I might want to talk to you again.
I will be here, and when you're ready to take the next step.
Okay. And I will scurry back to the group. So confused.
So
what's up?
yeah, what'd they say?
So, she knew the song. Her name is Kimberly, and she knew the song and said it's been around 50 years, and she talked about my May May without me bringing it up. I didn't this time. she just started talking about my Maymay, and then she started saying that I was the daughter of Delaware. And then I said, I haven't been around for 50 years. And then she said, are you sure? And then she said that Mira is my benefactor, and that her matron, is the daughter of Mira. And now I'm all types of confused.
That's a lot.
And she said that she'd be there when I'm ready to take the next step. And I don't know what the next step is, but she knew me. I don't understand how that's possible.
A weird question that I'm assuming I'm gonna get a no to. With my background, does any of this seem familiar in it? Or is this like all brand new information?
Yeah, this is all brand new.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
At this point, I think we're going to bring this to a close a little bit early tonight.
No.
and I'm gonna leave you with something even more cliffhanger.
Oh God!
Bring it.
Hurt me, bestie.
As you're all discussing in your hushed little corner, the goblin climbs back up onto her little crate and begins her final story of the afternoon, and it is very short.
O child of snow, slumber well in your chamber of ice and bed frozen in white. Fear not the dark. Light comes forth to end the night. Till that day breaks, my shattered song will stream supine and encircle you with my infinite love.
And that will be the clue into our continuing adventures in the Facite. I thank everybody who stuck with us throughout this session. We really appreciate you, and I will be getting you the link for the channel here very shortly. I know you're asking for it, so let me grab that while I turn to my players and ask all of you to tell them where who you are and where they can find you.
Once again, I'm Abby Marie Carter. You can find me on Instagram at Abby_Marie_Carter. Thanks so much for joining us.
And hi, I'm Corey. I played Zara tonight. You can find me on Twitter, even though maybe it's a dying platform. We'll see. Lovedays_, that's LOV. I will also, Nicest Contention is coming back on the initiative order on the 28th, I think.
Woo-woo.
So watch me there.
All right. And Joey.
Hi, I'm Joey. I was Delphinium today, and you can find me at Prince Perry Pastille on TikTok. And otherwise, the other show I play on is on hiatus.
Alrighty. And Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis, and I run the OKSDM YouTube channel, and I now have more questions than answers.
That is great, though, because that means that you're going to have lots of questions to explore when we come back from break. And Joe. I think I broke her.
Hi, I'm Joe. I played Serana tonight, and I also have lots of questions. I don't want to wait, but I have to. And you can find me on most social medias at Mary Happy too. And the other campaign I'm also on is also on hiatus because I play with Joey.
Fantastic. And I have been your game mistress for this evening, Mistress Winter. You can find me at gmistresswinter on all social media platforms that I'm on, you know, if I'm around. And I am also a player on Coyote and Crow in Cybernation Uncensored. And that is tomorrow night, about same time-ish, 7:30 Eastern, I believe. So if you are interested in checking that out, it is a fantastic game, fantastic story, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. Until then, I hope that you all have a wonderful series of holidays, a good new year, and we will see you after it. Love you all, and have a good night.